The Indian cricket team and the BCCI are always in the news. Be it the latest updates of the cricket matches of the Indian team or the latest developments or controversies that surround the BCCI, well, there's no shortage of it 365 into 24. Very rarely it happens that the Indian men's cricket team is on a 40-day break, but updates keep on coming. So let's take a look at some of the most important pointers shared by Shah, the BCCI secretary, in an interview with the reputed newspaper. Will India host the Women's T20 World Cup in 2024? Well, the answer is no. The original host of the Women's T20 World Cup is Bangladesh, and they are going through some ongoing disturbances. So the ICC had approached the BCCI to host the Women's T20 World Cup. Shah has denied by giving two reasons. Number one, India is having peak of a monsoon season, and secondly, they are going to prepare for the Women's 50-over World Cup that is going to take place in the country in 2025. Now, will BCCI renew VBS Lakmans' contract? Yes, the answer has been given properly by Shah. VBS Lakmans has been the head of NCA ever since November 2021, and they are happy with the work that Lakmans has put in as the head of NCA and also stepped up when it is required to be the head coach of the Indian men's cricket team. So Lakmans will be given a contract extension. What about the impact player rule in the Indian Premier League? Well, they are still assessing over it because impact player rule has its own pros and cons. Pro is that it allows an extra Indian player to make his mark in the Indian Premier League, and the con is that the role of all-rounders gets diminished as far as all the franchises is concerned. So final call will be taken very soon. Will the impact player rule continue in the Syed Mushtaq Ali T20 tournament too? Well, Shah has confirmed that a final decision on this will be made in a week's time from now. Will there be a mega IPL auction? Well, if there's only one thing that Shah said with respect to this question is that continuity is as important as shuffling. So the franchises who are actually happy with their team, they don't want the mega auction to go ahead. On the other hand, the franchises who really want that reshuffle want the mega auction to go on. So this is where BCCI have a very tall order in their hands, and they have to make a decision as soon as possible. Why no Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli in Duleep Trophy? And the simple answer to this that was given by Shah was that they do not need to play in the Duleep Trophy, and the BCCI should not insist on senior players like Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma to play in the Duleep Trophy because they run the risk of carrying an injury heading into the most important international matches that India are going to play against Bangladesh, New Zealand, and the all-important Border Gavaskar Trophy. Shah also cited the examples of Australia and England, who do not allow most of their important players to feature in the domestic cricket ahead of the important international matches. Well, to be very honest, in case of Cricket Australia and the England and Wales Cricket Board, they do want their important players like Joe Root, Steve Smith, Usman Khwaja for that matter to get into the groove for the international season, and that's why they have to play a couple of domestic matches for that to happen. So this is where I think the Indian cricketers might just benefit by playing a few domestic matches so as to get into the rhythm of the red ball assignments that Indian cricket team is going to have in the near future. And last but not the least, why no different coaches for different formats? Well, the simple answer to this that was given by Shah was that we have to take the points in consideration of the coach that we are appointing, and in this case it was Gautam Gambhir. So Shah said that if Gautam Gambhir is ready to coach in all three formats, then who is BCCI to tell him that you have to coach in only particular formats? And primarily 70% of the players feature across all three formats. So that's where the coach's call becomes very important. So that's pretty much about it, the points that have been touched by the BCCI secretary. What do you think about the issues that he has addressed, and what do you think about the impact player rule and the mega auction? Should there be a mega auction in the IPL, or should there the impact player, should the BCCI persist with it in the years to come in the IPL? You can let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today for all the exciting updates from the sporting world. On behalf of my producer Pawan, it's Siddharth Gulati saying goodbye.